Okay. Happy Virgo full moon. I started recording something and then it got disconnected because my phone was going out of battery. So I am re-recording it. But so that's why I have writings and drawings already in the chart. But this is the full moon that happened this morning. Virgo full moon happened on March 7th today at 7:40 a.m. in Eastern New York time. And what stands out about this full moon to me is that this sun and moon are opposing with one another. That is full moon. And this opposition is in square with Mars. Mars is in the middle point between Pisces and Virgo. It is in square. Mars is about ego, drive, personality, right? It's the drive that pushes us forward in Gemini. So there is something to do with our mind. Very strong. There is some, deep healing is happening because Virgo is an energy of healing. It is an energy of service. And when this kind of energy of Virgo is being highlighted with the fact that Mars is engaged in the sign of Gemini. So there is something that we can go through, a big breakthrough. Another big breakthrough indication is that Uranus is there and it is talking in sextile with Sun and it is talking in trine with Moon. It's a very harmonious alignment. Uranus is the energy of breakthrough, right? Break up, break down, breakthroughs. Uranus is like a lightning. It's shaking things up from our deep inner psyche. I feel like this energy is of, yes, purging, yes, of purification and deep healing, but healing that comes with this sense of self, ego, our ideas of who we think we are, what this whole world is about. This whole Aries energy is really, really big, highlighted, because Virgo is also ruled by Chiron. And Chiron associated with this deep wounds and healing and all of that. But it is that energy of power and spirituality, being the Jupiter being there with Chiron in Aries, and this energy talking with Mars, which is in square with this full moon. There is some kind of a deep psychic attunement happening right now. When we let go of the ideas about ourselves, what we how we were told this is the way that we have to live, this is what we should do, we have to follow those rules and everything. No, this is the sense of brand new self is emerging, and brand new self has something to do with this Jupiter, Chiron, very spiritual, very bigger awareness. We can see ourselves from a bigger point of view. We can see ourselves as this shining, bright, shining light within the cosmos, within the eternity. We suffer because we get so caught up with the dramas in life, what's just in front of us, right? But with the fact that this full moon happened when the Saturn was still at 29 degrees, it moved into Pisces now. Now it's at 0 degree Pisces. That's another big, statement that the Saturn is making. Saturn is, asking us to rebelliously, Uranus is associated with this Aquarius energy. It is asking us, Pluto 29 degrees, like those two planets are asking us, like, do we get it yet? Do we see it yet? Do we see really who we truly are? Do we really see the law of the energy, law of the universe, and how this world is really operating energetically, spiritually? We are supported by that hidden, unseeable realm of the universe, right? We don't really see this planet. We don't really see what's going on in the universe. But because we don't really see what's really happening in our mind, we don't really know what's going on in our deep inner psyche. And this is the moment that we want to go through some kind of a big purging by releasing all the ideas of mind, right? Should've, could've, done, like everything that we think is right or wrong or good or bad, or whoever we think we should be, or whatever the dreams that takes us to the happy place. Those are all illusions that our mind creates. We always feel like we're missing something. We have to get this, we have to get this situation, we have to get this job, we have to get this money, like all of it. We're constantly chasing. But this full moon is asking us to take a pause, chill back, relax, go inward into our deep inner psyche, and there is something that we have to reset. Press a reset button so we can release ourselves, so we can liberate ourselves from that entrapment, the trap of our own mind that's keeping us in a little tiny space where we can get really stagnant and where we can feel really binded and disconnected, right? Disconnected from what we're really going through in life. What's really happening is that we're breathing now, we are alive now. The sky is there, the sun is shining, clouds drifting, wind blowing. That is life that's happening. And this is the moment that, Virgo energy is the energy of the earth. There is a big energy of the earth and fire going on right now. And then water element is very strong too. But we want to tap in to the earthly energy of groundedness. Neptune is still really strong. Neptune is the sole dispositor of this chart still. So we can be very confused, and the Neptune can act very positively to help us tapping into, to dissolve into that egoless realm and the field of wholeness and oneness. But Neptune can also really make us confused, and like the escapism nature can come up, but like use that escapism nature and escape. Yeah, it's okay to escape, be creative, find find any moment can be creative. Whatever we eat, whatever we create, it does not have to be art. It can be food, it can be words, it can be humming and chanting and singing and dancing and skipping through the street, anything, right? Look at the colors all around us and just let ourselves dissolve into that simple space of nature. Nature is simple, right? And we want to really tap into that simplicity now. And let's see what we receive for this full moon. 8 of Swords. Okay? Yes, it's reversed, so we are ready. We are ready to liberate ourselves from our own mind, from our own trap, from our own, this judgmental mind. or critical mind, detail-oriented mind, perfectionist, or whatever, comparing ourselves with others, all the judgment, all the criticism. We are ready to liberate ourselves from all of that and be free. Even though we may not see a clear path ahead of us, we are stepping in. We are taking that move. Energetically, we are stepping in. We can step into that new chapter. It's just like our intention. With intention, energy moves. So we want to really hold that clear intention. Prince of Wands, this is the energy. We are moving, we are changing, and we are coming to ride that change, that horse in this deck. This is the lion, but we are moving. We want to tap into that furious, wild, fearless Aries energy of self, right? Really trusting our power, trusting and tapping into that self-mastery energy. This is another Prince of Swords. These are the night energy. So we are changing, something shifting. We are riding this, moving into the new chapter. It is very well indicated by this Saturn's ingress into Pisces. This is a brand new territory, and we are ready to start creating a new temple, new sacred temple, new sacred chapter of our lives. We have to align our soul, our mind, our body, right? Our heart. We are the alchemist in order for us to alchemize our inner energy. This dense, raw, primordial, deep emotion can be alchemized and turned into power, right? We are ready to turn pain into power with this Jupiter Chiron in Aries conjunction as well. This is the moment that we are stepping into our power. And this Virgo energy too, Moon, Ace of Swords is here too at the back of the deck. Yes, we are ready to start seeing the world with the new perspective, with brand new awareness, with the brand new mind being upgraded. Right now, lots of reset is happening in our being, within us, whether we are noticing it or not. Saturn moving, shifting into this 0 degree, 00 minute of Pisces. There's big, some kind of energy purge is happening. And Virgo, Pisces axis is the point of what is medicinal and what is poisonous, right? It's the blur line between what is medicine and what is poison, but in essence, what is there is nothing, no difference between poisonous and medicinal. Pema Chodron writes this in one of her books, and she says, to unfully enlightened being, what is neurosis and what is enlightenment is the same. Somehow, same energy courses through everything in life. We can judge and criticize whatever is happening in our world, and then we can feel heavy, desperate, and in grief, right? In that state of suffering, we can go there. But when we could shift our awareness and know, if we could shift something within us in that desperate moment, if we could choose to come out of that desperate space and choose to shift and change our mind and start moving into a place where we feel peaceful and more easeful and more light, and then we are doing our work. we are doing the work to change the world. That change happens in those little subtle moments when we can witness ourselves changing, not reacting the same way that we used to do, not reacting that same emotional way, not in that destructive way, again and again and again and again. And when we choose to come out of that loop of the habitual mental patterns, that is when we are creating a new path, new open path that will guide us, not only us as individual, but collective, to that path of healing, to that path to peace, filled with more love, right? Yes, thank you so much for listening, and wishing all of us that deep healing, deep purging, deep positive psychic attunement. May we sit in a quiet space and let us try to delete all the old, outdated informations stored in our mind. And with that clarity, we start to walk into that new chapter. Thank you. Peace.